Hi, welcome back to Hobby Life. This is part 11, I believe, of my Deathmark 2 playthrough. Um, just a heads up, there are spoilers in terms of just both gameplay and me talking about previous chapters. This also is a voice playthrough, so if you don't like voiced games, I'd recommend you change to a different playthrough of this game. There are definitely some voiceless playthroughs of this game out there, and they're probably fantastic. But if you came here for me, thanks so much for joining. Last time we played, um, we started a new case essentially. We solved the case of the pool ghost, while at the same time, Kinukawa and Doryo were both like tricked into coming to school. I think they're like the next targets that we received a notice for. I don't know if they're 100% out of the clear yet, but we did save them. And there was like fan service on that section, so if you did watch that one, I did block out that section because like I think it was like Dorio's butt was literally right in the screen, and I don't know what YouTube's guidelines are 100% because I'm not like a pro YouTuber or something. So, but that's all we really accomplished last time. I don't think we actually learned much about The Departed, but I'm pretty sure we're just tackling The Departed. And yeah, hopefully we can like actually do some investigation about that because I think that one was more like a tension building one, I think. Whereas this one, we'll see what happens. Shall we go now, Mr. Yasuki? Yeah, so can't tell if I actually saved here, so I'm just saving it just in case. Okay. So what we were supposed to do was I think we're just supposed to bring them home. After closing up the special building, we leave the school. Also, sorry, I'm opening a drink and it might be loud. Mr. Yasuki, would you mind sharing more details about this case with us? Maybe we can help you come up with something. Well, you have a point, but you don't want us to get involved? It's too late for that. We've already been targeted by the Departed. You solving this case is the only way we're going to get our normal lives back. It's like both of us want to help you out. Please let us help, Mr. Yasuki. Hmm. Fine. Alright. All the deaths, grotesque occult phenomena. Fear of being targeted by the Departed. My heart is overburdened with all the stress. I want to let it all out. I just want to vent to someone. Anyone. So once these two press me, I give in easily, opening up like an unlocked diary, spilling the details of the incidents up to this point. How Horikoshi and Manabe were killed by spirits, Daimon's hospitalization, as well as the female doll and numerous visions she's shown me. Something I didn't even tell the mark bearers. Hmm. I guess that's just about everything. Both of them stare at me, stunned. They must find it hard to believe. Honestly, it'd be more of a shock if they believed it at all. Mr. Yasuki? That doll in red dress? We know her. Oh, so that's a development. Say what? We saw her before at the clock tower. On the day we received this curse. What curse? I'm not following you. What a turn of events. I have to ask for details. I'm gonna ask about the curse first. Um, is it okay if I tell him, Hime? Sure, go ahead. Only because I'm sure you'll believe us, Mr. Yashiki. That's probably why Kinuko has like been investigating herself. Alright. Michio looks serious, which isn't a side of her I've seen often. You can see them, can't you? My white hair and the mark on Hime's face? Yeah, they really stand out. Tell you the truth, other people can't see them. What? Aside from us, the only one who can see them is you. Huh, okay, that's interesting. That's impossible. But how? I mean, the space one makes sense, because, I mean, like, I feel like in Japan, especially, they'd be like, wipe that mark off your face, young lady. Tonya has never even tried to hide her mark from others. None of the mark bearers have ever commented on Michio's white hair. It all makes sense now. It's because I'm the one who can see them. We've been this way ever since we met that doll. This must be the doll's curse. It was 2 months ago, during summer break. We went to the clock tower for the school's 70th anniversary project. Oh yeah, weren't you guys planning to get the clock tower moving again? Yes, we wanted to inspect the inside of the clock tower before moving on with the project. That was when we saw a female doll in a red dress placed on the altar. Did the doll move? No, she was just sitting on the altar. It immediately gave us both the chills, so we decided to get out of the tower. But it was too late. We were already cursed. We actually told the dorm manager about it before, but she didn't believe us. She thought we were just being weird kids. It was really hard on us. After that, we decided not to speak about it to anyone else. Dorio solemnly cast her eyes downward. Aww. Seems like this has really taken a toll on her and Michio. After that, we met you. I thought I noticed you staring at my mark. I was wondering whether you could see it back then. Remember when you complimented my hair before? That convinced me you were the only one who could see these things. I was really happy about that. Aw. Michio said we should talk about it with you, but I was afraid. I was scared you'd look at us weird. However, tonight I finally got the courage. Why am I the only one who can see these things, though? Maybe I'm cursed too, actually. I'm not too sure about why that is. Aren't there some spiritual occurrences that are only visible to you? Maybe our curse is like that. So is this another effect of my gifted supernatural sense? I recall the mark that was carved in my body 4 months ago. It was a death curse. Undoubtedly, their curse also has the power to bring misfortune upon them. Have you experienced anything strange ever since you got the curse? Like a health condition? Hearing or seeing things? Nothing at the moment. I'm not sleep deprived and still have my normal appetite. How about you, Hime? I'm fine too. I knew it. This curse was bad news, right? I mean, it's called a curse for a reason. Ugh. Don't scare me like that. I feel like I've probably gotten all the information I need from them at the moment. Mr. Yasuki, I've been thinking about this for a while, but do you think the departed's true identity is that doll? I don't think so, actually. She put a curse on us though. Isn't she like bad news? I'm sure she's the departed. Evil spirits that were sealed in the clock tower have come out, and I'm sure that was our fault. But she looks different from the departed. If the departed can transform into a human, they could probably turn into other things too. But this one, like, it looks like it's helping me, whereas the departed has been, like, just, you know. Even this curse of ours the departed's doing. That means it should be lifted once they're gone. Michio gives an abnormally loud shout. Yeah, it seems like she wants to get rid of the red doll. She seems to really believe the female doll is the departed. She was already investigating spirits and the departed when we first met. I understand why she was doing that now. She wasn't my rival. She was trying to find a way to lift her curse. If what Michio said is true, the departed's case isn't just something that's happening randomly. They're incidents that both of us caused. Dorio, we have to put an end to this case. Please let us help you out. Sounds like these guys are gonna be my partners for now. I wonder if Abe is gonna be my partner at one point. I've learned new information from the two of them. The evil darkness surrounding Konohara Academy continues to deepen. I wonder when that darkness will finally be cleared away and replaced by sunshine. When we arrive at the dormitory, the dorm manager is waiting for us. Given the fact that they broke the curfew and returned this late at night, it's no wonder she's beside herself with rage. But I've already learned the trick to dealing with her from our earlier phone call. She's only concerned about who is going to be held responsible for all of this. Once I promise her that I won't tell the school about the curfew violation, she takes it down several notches. Ash is not even important enough to get a sprite. I say goodbye to Dorio and Michio and leave the dormitory. Time to head back to Kujo Mansion. Alright, now things are getting interesting. Getting into the meat of the story. There, I start compiling all the reports I need to submit to Mr. Konoha, accompanied by a cup of sweet coffee. How should I summarize this? If I mention the clock tower incident, I'm going to have to bring up the girls breaking curfew as well. That would betray the door manager and ruin the image of those two students. Guess I should just stick to mentioning the pool ghost. I mean, I think there's still a way you can tell them about it. The black telephone rings loudly. Who's calling me this late at night? Hello? It's me, Himeko Doryo. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to call this soon. Before we parted ways, I gave them the number to Kujo Mansion just in case. I just didn't imagine that she'd be using the number this soon. So, why did you call? Well, I wanted to thank you again for earlier. Same here. Thank you for sharing your information with me. Glad I could be of help. I never expected there'd be an adult who would take us seriously. It made me very happy. Of course I believe you too. I can literally see the proof of what you're telling me with that mark of yours, in Michio's hair. Does that mean you wouldn't believe us if you couldn't see my mark? Glad to hear that. Just to let you know, I also believe in you, Mr. Yashiki. I know you'll solve this case. Yo, pressure's on. Feel free to come to me anytime. I'll be more than happy to help you out as the student council president. I might be bad with all this spirit stuff, but I'll try my best. I appreciate your courage, but don't push yourself, okay? Yes, I'll be careful. I have to go take a bath soon. Good night, Mr. Yashiki. Good night. One thing I liked about the second Spirit Hunter game was that you're like, you weren't like a dude. Or like you weren't like an old man. You were just some kid. Okay, maybe you weren't a kid, but like, you know. Like he specialized in spirit hunting, whereas we were just like a kid that had to figure everything out with other people. I collapse onto my bed. When I close my eyes, the smiles of the two girls I saved tonight run through my mind. My tension melts away. For the first time in days, I experienced that pleasant bliss of floating to dreamland, unburdened by the past few days' events. However, I know this tranquility is fleeting at best. Once a new notice arrives, I'll have to face the specter again. Oh, that was a short chapter. Yeah, I guess they're really trying to breeze us through the chapters right now then. Just to get us to the end. Okay, so far this game has been about 10 hours. A few days have passed since the incident at the clock tower. K Hospital is surprisingly empty for midday. Forgive the expression, but the place is basically dead. From the other side of the hallway, a familiar-looking man is approaching me. Next to him is a small girl. I think these are some of the mark bearers, or curse bearers? Yeah. Hello, Mr. Yasuki. Are you also here to visit Daimon, Eta? Yeah, pretty much. She asked me to come with her. Do I know this? I think... did we meet this character already in, this playthrough? No. Good afternoon. This girl is Suzu Morimiya. Oh yeah, I remember her now. So she's about a grade schooler. She's also one of the mark bearers. After a previous case, she's come to idolize Eita and treat him as her older brother. Wait, was Eita and this character in the same case? Eita, why are you taking Suzu here on a weekday afternoon? She's not skipping school, alright? Today is her school's anniversary. I heard the situation from Eita. Mr. Daimon's still asleep because of Spirit's curse, isn't he? Most likely. No way. Her eyes are filled with deep sorrow. Don't you worry, Suzu. Mr. Yasuki and I will definitely save Mr. Daimon, alright? Eita proudly taps his chest while making that claim. I have no idea where that confidence comes from. Despite my skepticism, the display brings a smile back to Suzu's face. Eita, mister, can I trust you too? Thank you, mister. Anyway, Mr. Yasuki, I'll continue to back you up on your investigation. Eita, about that. Oops, let's save that for later. I've gotta get Suzu back home. I'll go to Kujo Mansion after that. Call me if you need anything. See you later, mister. Did she look like this in the first game, though? I feel like she didn't. I wonder how long it's been since the first game, though. Crap, that was my chance to tell him. Following Slipknot's Kashima's case, I told Moe and Sho to stay out of the investigation. But Eita wasn't around, so I haven't told him yet. I finished my visit with Daimon and leave the hospital. Yeah, because I swear to God, these two are going to be the next targets. He's still comatose, showing no sign of leaving limbo and rejoining the ranks of the conscious. The doctors have yet to identify the root cause of his coma. If it's truly the departed's curse that is behind his condition, he won't pull out of this so long as the departed still exists. I drive my car to Konohara Academy. A new notice hasn't been discovered yet, but Mr. Konoe asked me to teach a class this afternoon. Oh yeah, it's teaching time. Imagine they made it like a mini game where you had to like choose the correct choices. And they don't actually change the chalkboard, I think. I enter the classroom and take my place in front of the students. Then I proceed with the class like usual. When Konoe first asked me to teach as part of my investigation, I thought it would be an absolute disaster. But surprisingly, I'm doing just fine. On the other hand, the students seem to be doing markedly less fine. The number of fidgeting students that can't focus on class is too large to ignore. Considering some of them also asked me about my investigation, it's obvious what's on their minds. The departed isn't just a fringe rumor anymore. These students have gone from being amused to being terrified. The human heart is a fragile thing. Seeing these kids with their flagging spirits, I know I need to hurry up and close this case. In what feels like the blink of an eye, class is over. The first time I taught, it felt like time stood still. It's kind of troubling to realize I've now been at it long enough that I'm used to it. After school, I start my investigation solo. I think back to my conversation with Doryo and Michio the other day. The departed might be someone close to me. In order to narrow it down, I make the rounds, asking teachers and students alike about the people involved in the incident. However, my efforts are fruitless, and all I get is a lot of small talk and wasted effort. I attempt to take a different angle to figure out the departed's true identity and think it over. The departed is good at hiding. Let's say they're able to take the place of someone else. And when they do, they can perfectly duplicate that person's looks, memories, and personality. It'd be the perfect disguise. Nobody could see through that. With that level of deception, the only real chance to know their true identity would probably be once they've achieved their goal, which will likely be when they exchange vows with their dead husband. And for me, that would either be death or a fate worse than that, so I have to find the answer before then. I glance up and notice that it's already dark out. It's time for the students to leave school. I'm not getting anywhere by blindly hunting for clues. I better go to the infirmary and put together a real plan of action. Yeah, we have like no leads right now. I find a woman in a white coat waiting inside the infirmary. For a moment I think she's a school nurse, but then I see her face. Oh, okay, yeah. She was also from the first game? Yeah. Hello, Yasuki. I never would have imagined to be a teacher here. I was really shocked when I heard the news from Daimon. Hiro, why are you here? To help you out with the investigation. What else would I be doing here? I never would have imagined I'd hear the word help come out of Hiro's mouth. There's gotta be a reason. To tell you the truth, I'm here because Daimon asked. In the event that something were to happen to him, he asked that I come help you in his stead. Hence I'm here, using up my paid leave. I appreciate you taking your obligation to Daimon seriously, but this case is extremely dangerous. There have been a lot of casualties already. Oh, come now. Don't patronize me. I'm fully aware of the dangers present. Then why are you... Because I want to save Daimon. Simple as that. They're my friends too, not just yours. She's Bantoga Hiro. She wears a white coat, but not because she's a doctor. Hiro's a mark bearer who works at a pharma company as a researcher. If I remember correctly, you don't handle paranormal phenomena all that well. Well, that's true. I mean, after all the suffering I was put through before, how could I be expected to like it? So why are you here then? It's just as I said before. She's rather intelligent, but Hiro also has quite the cowardly streak. However, there are times when her curiosity gets the better of her and she ends up poking her nose into bizarre incidents. Call it a test of courage, I suppose. Daimon apprised me of the situation. A spirit known as the Departed issues notices targeting people, and then has other spirits kill them, correct? Yeah, and it has been pretty successful. We have a number of victims already. That spirit seems to have some human tendencies, eh? They behave a bit like a serial killer. The Departed is different from any other spirit I've encountered so far. They're cunning and they possess the ability to pass themselves off as a human and hide within the school. And I've also heard they're obsessed with you, no? You sure have a strong connection with spirits, Yashiki. I guess so. I wonder if that's just another aspect of my lineage, like the way I seem to be able to see paranormal phenomena that others can't. Well then, shall we proceed with the investigation? Wait a minute, Hiro. I'm going to investigate alone. I don't want to get you involved in this. Say what? You're just going to disregard my feelings? I don't get a say in the matter? Hiro, didn't you understand what I told you before? You aren't the only one who feels frustrated about what happened to Daimon. So you better ditch that weird, I'm the only one who can carry this burden, I'll sacrifice myself mindset. Really gets on my nerves. But I'll just take matters into my own hands if you keep insisting I stay out of this. Just give it up. A triumphant smile brightens her features. I don't think I'm going to win a war wits against her. Moving on to your investigation. I've heard there's no new notice yet? As of this moment, that is correct. I have a feeling one will arrive soon though. Let's go check the faculty room. Do you have a sixth sense or something? I guess you can call it that. I have a feeling the Departed wants me, their dear husband, to continue pursuing this case. If my hunch is right, that means they'll be more likely to issue a notice while I'm here at school. Let's also try to use the store, because I think I have a bunch of teeth. Let's see what sacred objects we got. Increases success rate during suspensive acts by 50%. Carrying this will cut Lucky Rabbit lose its effect. Wait, what does my Lucky Rabbit powder do? Yeah, I think the bag is what we wanna. I think the bag is what we wanna do. It's like it's less of a boost, but I think it's more permanent. It's 10% to execution rate and suspensive acts. Okay, I'm gonna save since I just spent money and finished a section. Let's begin the investigation. First off, check the faculty. The only bad thing about when they have like the old characters is you can tell they're somewhat using them just to save on their budget. When I get to the room, one of the teachers informs me that Mr. Konoe is away at the moment. Which unfortunately means I'm gonna have to ask Sakamoto. Goodness gracious, you again? Sakamoto's cold tone of voice makes it apparent that she finds this meeting just as unfortunate as I. What's your business here? I have work to do. Has a new notice from the Departed arrived? Notice? Oh, now that you mention it, I did get a report of something like that earlier. What about it? What are you being so nonchalant for? Why didn't you tell me sooner? I believe I've made my position quite clear. I find this investigation of yours to be, at best, a pointless waste of time. Sakamoto shoots a withering glare in my direction, looking like she just swallowed a bug. She's usually pretty open about her dislike of me, but she's taking it to another level today. I got a report from the door manager the other day. She informed me that you took Doryo and Kinukawa out and made them violate their curfew. The headmaster might have ordered me to let your absurd behavior slide, but this is unacceptable. So that's why she's being particularly hostile towards me today. I didn't make those girls break curfew, but I can see how it'd skew that way in Sakamoto's mind, and I doubt my explanation would change much. Those notices are pranks. It's mere coincidence that students disappear when the notices were issued. Mere coincidence that you lost 3 students? Yeah, sure. The departed ghost, the supernova, it's all a bunch of ludicrous nonsense. The type of person you do not want to work at like a police station. To think a man like you has sullied the good name of teachers just to investigate this rubbish. Sakamoto's practically got steam coming out of her ears. I wonder what I can do to calm her down. I don't know. Yeah, I don't care if she's nice with me. At least as long as she coops. I don't care if you believe in the departed or not. But I'm only here because Mr. Konoe hired me. I'm trying to do the job my client, your boss, asked me to. Can you at least cooperate? Ugh. Where's the new notice? I don't have it with me. I told the student who picked it up to throw it away. Yo, I hope this person gets taken by the ghosts at some point. You told him to do what now? Which student was it? Kakuta from the disciplinary committee. He found it when patrolling the school. What does he look like? He's a strapping, well-built boy. He's in the karate club. Oh my, look at the time. I have to go now. I have a meeting. Yeah, get the heck out of here. Before I can even protest, Sakamoto's already left the room. Other teachers are following suit. Well, she's clearly not a fan of yours, Yasuki. But you pretty much earned that treatment for hitting on high school students. That's not what happened. Stop making things weird. Looks like we're gonna have to put in some effort to find this Kakuta boy. I mean, we might stumble upon him simply by stopping to talk to each stout student we see on the way. But it'd be nice if we had a bit more information to go on. More information. Dorio and Michio might know him. Sakamoto's always going to be keeping a close eye on my contact with those two. But I can't let that interfere with my work. So we're going to student council room first then, I guess? Is what they're implying? Dorio is organizing documents in the student council room. Oh, Mr. Yasuki. Thank you again for your help. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. Do you know Kakuta? I heard he's a big guy from the disciplinary committee. I know him. He's in 2C. How about you try looking for him in his classroom? Got it. Thanks. Easy. Now, if only they had actual, like, students walking around rather than just standing around. Yeah, look at how Hiro runs. And they couldn't even afford budget to draw on people's eyes. It's crazy. Oh, what the? Is this thing? Oh, hello there. I caught a painted lady in the courtyard earlier. Wanna watch some butterflies together? Sorry, but I'm in a hurry now. You know Kakuta? I heard he's a big guy from the disciplinary committee. Oh, I saw him going to the 3rd floor just now. What business does he have with the karate guy, though? Is the new notice targeting the karate kid or something? I don't know yet, but thanks for the info. Maybe that's not actually Michio. Maybe that's like a herring. I don't know, I'm still sus of Michio, though. Is this guy, maybe? I saw a big guy going to the back of the hallway earlier. It's probably Kakuta from 2nd year. Wonder what he's up to. Get over here, Kakuta. Oh, this guy. There's a big, well-built guy standing over there. He looks pretty strapping. Are you Kakuta? Us? Yes, the name's Shinji Kakuta. Where's the departed's notice? I'm hoping you haven't thrown it away already. No, I still have it. The Sakamoto told me to trash it, but I felt like I should show it to you since you're investigating them. Yo, good guy. Thanks a lot. You should thank Dorio and Kinukawa. They've been asking everyone to pitch in and help you out. Yo, what bros, man? He pulls out the departed's notice and hands it to me. If that's it, I'll be heading to my classroom. Feel free to come by 2C if you still need anything. I'll be at school for a while. Yo. Finally getting some respect around here. Kakuta then walks off. I quickly scan the new notice. It has all the hallmarks of the previous notices. An accordion folded piece of paper with eerie handprints on it. So this is what the notice looks like, eh? It's really giving off horror vibes. Hurry up and check it out. Come on. Dear Hooligan, Kokuri will kill you tonight. I'm watching, hiding in the school. Your beloved, the departed. Notice for Hooligan. Damn, that could be anybody. Could even be me. The next victim is Hooligan, and the spirit is Kokuri. So by Hooligan, they mean those boorish thug types, right? Yeah, so I think we should try and gather information that would lead us to the identity of these two things. Asking the remaining students would probably be more fruitful than asking the teachers. The faculty doesn't seem so cooperative. Yeah, and maybe that student council girl will tell you. I mean, she actually appears to be trying to help you. Also, I'd like to hear more from that Kakuta kid. Yeah. What's with you? Yeah, come on, give me more to work with than that. This is your operation here, don't make me handle everything alone. Okay. As much as I want to point out that she's cut me off every time I've tried to speak, I hold my tongue. Besides, Hero Plan Attack is basically what I would have suggested. We better start asking around about Hooligan and Kokuri. Okay, so I'm gonna ask, Kakuta first. Or I'm gonna ask Michio first, because she's the first accessible one in the hallway. And then I'll ask Kakuta, and then I'll ask the student council. Now that I've got to prove that the departed won't appear even if I stay here long. Manako this, Kokuri that, the people in the school are wacky. Who even believes ghosts and demons exist? Listen closely, the middle student's legs are obviously trembling. Clearly. Yeah, like, I sort of got Hiro is like just tired as hell from this run. Did you find Kakuta? Yes, thank you. I'm happy that I could help. So what do you want to talk about? Actually, we found a new notice. Whoa, so another one's finally here, huh? Show me. I showed Michio the departed notice. Heh, so the next spirit is Kokuri. Well, Kokuri usually refers to that old fortune-telling technique. But I'm sure you already know about that, right? I do not. We probably heard it. I probably heard it before, but... Let me explain to you then. Kokuri is a fortune-telling technique that uses a coin and a piece of paper. You summon a spirit named Kokuri and ask them some questions. It can be dangerous since you're dealing with a spirit after all. There's some people who would get a big scare out of it. But the Kokuri mentioned in the notice is a ghost, not the fortune-telling technique. So Kokuri is both the name of the technique and the summoned spirit, and the rumor is referring to the spirit. Can you tell me more about it, Michio? Sure, why not? That reminds me. Hime and I were called by Miss Sakamoto this afternoon. Do you know what she said? Don't get too close to Mr. Yasuki. He doesn't belong here. Oh, okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have talked to you. She's probably gonna give you a lecture. Don't worry about it. You're my lifesaver, and you're hunting down the departed like I am. Let's see if they say anything else. Kokuri. So about Kokuri, so is Kokuri just a Ouija board? So about the Kokuri in the notice, I have a feeling it might be referring to Mr. Kokuri. Huh. An actual person? There's a rumor like that at Konohara Academy. Oh, never mind, it's the ghost. Kokuri-san.
Kokuri Oji-san.
Oji-san, okay. Kokuri Oji-san. Have you ever gone to the corridor on the second floor? Of course not. That place is restricted. Do you know why? It's because of the Kokuri Shrine. That place is cursed. I'm not lying, it's the truth. I've even heard stories about it. Are those legends real? Oh, it's a real legend, alright. One rainy day, some delinquents were hanging on the second floor's corridor. They're kinda notorious. They were getting in fights on a daily basis. There were even rumors that they were into drugs. I guess they must have been bored. So they were messing around with the shrine as a dare. all laughing with their stupid faces. They were kicking the shrine and scribbling on it, all sorts of things. One of them even put out a cigarette on it. The wind and rain got stronger. The Linglets were about to head back inside. At that moment, they heard a voice mixed with the wind. Roll again. They turned toward the old shrine, the source of the voice, figuring someone must have been playing a prank on them. Except they were the only ones in the corridor. Obviously, though, they were just imagining things. The Linglets looked at each other and ran away from the corridor as fast as they could. But that night, one of the delinquents, the one who snuffed out his cigarette on the shrine, felt a pain in his ear. He felt a strange sensation when he touched his ear. It was dry and rough. It was weird, like there was something in his ear. Terrified, he went to go check himself in the mirror. Is that mushrooms? Fungus? Mushrooms were growing from his ear. Folded cat mushrooms that looked like maitake. Yeah, what if you cut them off and eat them? Would they, like, grow back, or are you a mushroom now? The mushrooms continued to spread. From his ear to his neck, his cheeks, then his chin. The delinquent shrieked, and then he became a mushroom man. He called an ambulance. He got himself checked at the hospital. They found no trace of mushrooms, but his ear had a really bad infection. The skin was rotting away, so they had to cut his ear off. So I think he was just in so much pain, he hallucinated it. Come on. When the teacher heard the story, they said, "It's the curse of the Kokuri Shrine." That voice must have been Mr. Kokuri's, and that was his work. The rumors say Mr. Kokuri is the apparition of a priest who haunts the shrine. I mean, as far as story goes, that's not one of the scary ones. And that was the rumor about Mr. Kokuri. So please stay away from the shrine in the second floor's corridor. If you're cursed by the mushrooms, your lovely face will be ruined. Is Mr. Kokuri the name of the shrine? Correct. It's called Mr. Kokuri because the shrine has a mysterious voice. No one knows what Mr. Kokuri looks like, as they've only heard his voice. Creepy, isn't it? Okay, so got that. Hooligan. Hooligan, I can't think of anyone. Maybe Izumi, I guess? But he's dead already. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm gonna go look for Kakuta now. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, I've never seen the person beside you. Is she a doctor like Mr. Daimon? I'm a researcher, not a doctor. Though I do also deal with the health of living beings as part of my job. Oh, I see. An idol and a female scientist, huh? Sure have some amazing and gorgeous assistants. By the way, which one do you prefer? They're both dependable in their own ways. I has the stamina, Hiro has the intelligence. That's not what I mean. Oh well, it was stupid of me to expect something. Heh, you two sure are close. This girl might be the departed, you know. Shush, Hiro. Yo, I swear to God. Oh, I don't mind, as long as Mr. Yashiki trusts me. Yo, it is. She is. Sorry, it's a joke. I'm kind of on edge since we don't have any idea of who the departed might be. I don't mind. In this kind of situation, it's natural to have some suspicion. Ugh, I miss my normal school life. So does that mean once if she actually isn't a departed and we cure her, will she go back to having regular colored hair? Hey, Yashiki, shouldn't we be able to pretty much guess who Hooligan may be? Based on what Michio told me about Mr. Kokuri's rumors? I agree with you there, but I still have no clue who it might be. The rumor said a delinquent student was cursed by the shrine in the second floor corridor. Why don't we go take a look there? Wait, are you serious? Aren't you being too cavalier here? We're gonna be stepping into some deep shit if we approach that shrine. I'm not doing it for the entertainment. It's for the investigation. You can stay here if you don't want to go. I never said I didn't want to go. I just wonder if there's a better way to do this. That's it. I'm not scared at all. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Kakuta first, though. To A. Maybe these people know something. I'm gonna talk to them, just in case. Are we the only ones left in school? Nope, I think the student council members are still here. Damn, they sure like to stay late despite all the rumors. I don't really fear the departed since I know you're gonna protect me. What the heck are you talking about? I'm totally not saving you. I'm not good with ghosts and stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go home now. What? Me too. I guess I got them to leave. The female students take the stairs down. Maybe I have to do that. Imagine as they make it so you have to do that at some point to get the students out. Yo, this guy's huge if you look at him in the classroom. I don't know how he fits in his chair. Oh, Mr. Yashiki, you still need anything from me? I've actually read that notice. A spirit named Kokuri is going to kill Hooligan tonight, right? Well, Mr. Konoe told me not to discuss the incident with students out of consideration for their mental well-being. I can't just give him a dismissive reply, though. No need to hide it. Rumors have spread. Izumi the pianist and Horikoshi the model have been killed just as the notice said anyway. And the one who killed them was a spirit named The Departed, right? They're hiding in the school right now. If the rumors of the incident have already spread to this extent, I'm not doing anyone any favors by keeping my mouth shut. I doubt that these rumors have been purposely spread by any one target. These students believe in The Departed and they're connecting the dots and spreading the rumors on their own. The weaker students must be tired of living in fear. I guess they're scared of the idea that the person next to them might be The Departed. Are you not scared, Kakuta? Me? Scared? No way. If a spirit dares shows itself to me, I'll just go to work with these fists. Okay, let's ask them. Because I don't really understand spirits. How about asking Kinukawa from Student Council? She doesn't know a lot about this kind of stuff. That's the person mentioned in the notice, right? Do you have any idea who it might be? If we're talking about hooligans at this school, I can only think of the delinquents. Those punks keep ignoring the school's rule and it's really pissing me off. Kakuta's on the disciplinary committee, so it's not surprising that the behavior of some punks has got him all riled up. But I guess he doesn't know them. The spirit's targeting those delinquents. I'm supporting it 100% of the way. Those spoiled punks deserve some punishment. Alright, not something you should be telling your teacher, but okay. Let's go check out the corridor. Or the shrine on the second floor corridor. Is it here? Oh, I've never done this before. Warning, second floor corridor is off limits. The shrine where people supposedly heard Mr. Kokuri's voice should be right ahead. Looks like the door is unlocked. Let's check the place out. I swear to God, if I didn't get the right information because I didn't talk to Dorio yet and I die, I'm gonna be angry. Oh, you look sad. Delinquent girl. Oh, okay. Maybe she's the hooligan. A tanned, ostentatiously styled girl is absent-mindedly lingering near the shrine. Hello there. Mizuko here. Her reply is unintelligible. More of a groan. Just ignore her, Yasuki. Something's wrong with her. Shouldn't I worry about her? I'm a teacher. Okay, I was just saying the same thing. Okay, let's check it out. An old shrine is standing here. This has got to be the shrine from the rumor about Mr. Kokuri. Let's take a closer look. The first thing that stands out is that it's a rather small shrine. It's completely weathered after being exposed to the elements for a long period of time. Another noticeable feature is the number of talismans on it. The image on the talisman looks kind of like a centipede. There's a small gap in the shrine door. It's too dark to tell what's inside, though. We need to open the door first if we want to see what's inside. Let's do it. I reach toward the door to check what's inside. Ah, old man. The female student next to me groans and slowly forces out some words. Don't do anything bad to the shrine. I'm not doing anything bad, I'm just opening it. Is that bad? Old man, you're a hooligan! Growling, the female student launches an attack. I feel like we have to do this though. I mean, we're not smoking or anything. With a terrifying look in her eyes, the female student raised something resembling a baton. I see something that looks like mushrooms around her neck. Maybe she's possessed? I'm gonna take the attack. I use my bag as a shield and try to deflect her attacks. Can't hit a student. I block her attack with my bag. Great. Female student flinches for a moment. I should be able to restrain her now. However, she regains her balance before I can make my move. Then she swings her baton and launches another attack. I'm struggling so much just to repel her attacks all by myself. If I want to make any progress, I need a different course of action. Looks like this isn't... Okay, so I think I need to work with, Hiro. We clutch the bag tightly and block our attack. Nice! Now one of us grabs her and the other one, the female student recoils. Grab her, Hiro! Okay, calm down! Hiro captures the student's arms from behind. I really hope she doesn't get hurt. Helping out, I immediately restrain her. The student lets out a yell and then goes quiet. Looks like this was the right choice. Damn, could have died from that. The student faints and the mushrooms on her neck instantly vanish. So it really was a spiritual phenomenon. Assuming the rest of the rumor is accurate, that would mean the mushrooms were the shrine's curse. Keep an eye on her, Hiro. I'll investigate the inside of the shrine. Yeah, so I think I had to do this, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at the inside of the shrine. Sure thing. I walk toward the shrine and put my hand on the door. There's a talisman on it. Inside the shrine, I find some bizarre stuff. Huh. A petri dish used for experiments. Inside the dish is a dead centipede. Some red substance appears to be growing from the centipede. What in the world is it? Oh, I see you found something interesting. Those red filaments are probably mushrooms. It's difficult to tell without the caps. Without me realizing, Hiro's already peering over my shoulder. Looks like those are mushroom hyphae. I think hyphae growing on the dead centipede. I think they're Ophiocordyceps sinensis or sinensis. Very interesting. But what's it doing here? Old shrines aren't usually a place where you'd store lab equipment. What are you gonna do with the petri dish? Bet you're gonna keep it. I guess so, yeah. I pressed by Hiro, whose eyes are sparkling with curiosity. I collect the petri dish. Creepy old petri dish. What are we gonna do with her? Doesn't seem like she's gonna regain consciousness anytime soon. We can't just leave her here. Let's take her back to the infirmary. Looks like we're gonna auto go back to the infirmary. I hoist the female student onto my back and leave the corridor. From there, I walk straight to the infirmary. Can you imagine though if Sakamoto saw us like, really? You knocked out a student too? The smell of cigarette smoke assaults my nose the moment I enter. Hey, it's my boy! We're finally back. I've been waiting. Inside, I see a sharp-eyed man tossing a cigarette into a portable ashtray. Mashita. Ugh, the smell of cigarettes. Hey, no smoking inside the school. There are kids here. You're a terrible infant, you know? Where's your common sense, Mashita? Oh, is that how it is? Back in my day, teachers would openly smoke in the faculty room. Well, times have changed. You need to be more considerate. What a pain. Anyway, who's that kid on your back? Let me lay her down first, then we can talk. I put the unconscious girl down on the bed. She's totally out of it. Guess I'll just have to leave her here for the moment. Alright, can you give me the details now? Don't exactly expect to reunite with your friend and find him carrying an unconscious girl on their back. Fine, I've got some questions to ask too. Satoru Mashita, a mark bearer, and former detective who's now working as a private investigator. He's not really all that knowledgeable about spirits and paranormal phenomena, but after the events of our shared past, he often joins me when I'm on spirit-related cases. Never would have expected to come to a place like this, even on an investigation. You mean a school that's still in session? Yeah. Place full of brats sound like nothing but trouble to me. Hell, I got scolded just for having a freaking smoke. Sneaking to an abandoned school is way easier. Let me just make one thing clear, Mashita. I'm begging you, please try not to attract any unwanted attention. No guarantees on that one, pal. I'm just gonna do things on my own way. And if anyone's got a problem with that, they'll just have to deal with it. The corner of his mouth twitches into a mischievous grin. Mashita's the man who will do anything for his investigation. Mr. Konoe and Sakamoto will not appreciate his presence or methods. But his eccentric methods have a way of dragging the truth out of its situations where a more civilized approach would fail. Have you finished your job, Mashita? Yeah, can't tell you much about it though, since I'm under NDA. Just when I thought I'd be able to relax for a bit. That hag Yasuoka asked me to help you out. She's a real slave driver. This man is different from the other mark bearers. Because of his job, he's a seasoned veteran when it comes to cases involving dangerous and bizarre spirits. If he's offering to help, I'll jump on it. His help makes it that much more likely that Hiro and the Departed's targets will survive. Sorry for causing you trouble. Save your thanks for the old bag, I'm just here to work. I thought you were my friend, man. Yasuoka gave me a summary of the case. Spirit masquerading as a student, huh? Wonder how the grades are. He's cracking jokes, but his eyes showed no trace of a smile. Under the surface, he must be just as tense as we are. You want to know what I think? You're basically being jerked around by the Departed notices. All the spirits in the notices, and you're still no closer to figuring out who the Departed is. Maybe you're right. But if I just ignore the notices, someone's gonna die. And what's your plan? You're just gonna keep dancing to their tune until they get bored and quit? I get sidetracked and forget your original goal, Yasuki. The only way you can solve this case is to find the Departed hiding in the school. What you should do is start looking at everyone around you as a potential suspect. By the way, Yasuki. Mashita jerks his head over in the direction of the girl on the bed. Tell me about her already. How long are you gonna make me wait? I share everything I've learned about Mr. Kokuri and the hooligan, and the events at the shrine. Huh. So this kid attacked you? School violence is kind of a lost art these days. Or a special moment in your teaching career, eh, Mr. Yasuki? Cut it out with that. Hearing you say that makes my skin crawl. No matter how you choose to look at it, this kid isn't normal. She called us hooligans and had mushrooms growing along her neck. Right. Considering that, maybe she was possessed by Kokuri. I recall the time Michio was possessed by slit-mouthed Kashima. She was fully under the control of the spirit, led by their desires. The student might have been the same as her. Who is this kid anyway? She doesn't have her student handbook, and no matter how much we shake her, she's not showing any signs of waking up. Waiting for her to wake up is such a waste of time. Let's just ask someone else about her. Should be able to find someone who knows who she is pretty quickly. She's obviously trying to stand out. Let's ask around about the Petri dish too, while we're at it. Who knows, maybe we can learn who placed this inside the shrine. So we're just gonna show that thing to the students? They're gonna start talking about me. Too late to worry about your reputation. You already tricked 2 female students into breaking their curfew. I don't care if you get all chummy with those brats for the investigation, but you better not do something weird that ends up blowing back onto me, Yasuki. Give me a break, you two. I really hope this puts a stop to this topic. I'll have whoever I don't bring with me keeping an eye on the unconscious girl while I resume the investigation. Let's see if anyone at school can tell me about this girl or the petri dish. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there for tonight, but before that, I'm actually gonna change my partner to Satoru, because I feel like he'd be better as a partner and she'd be better to watch the girl. Look at their portraits though, they both look like the villain in this game. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Thoughts so far on this chapter? I guess we are kind of delving back into the whole villain of the week type of thing, which is a bit unfortunate. But now that Mashita is here, Mashita seems like the type of character who's like, if you don't forget the case, forget the notices. Let's just solve the case of the Departed, and I think that's gonna like help propel the story in that direction mostly, or at the very least, he's gonna grab information on it. Honestly, I really hope Kinukawa, my suspicion about Kinukawa and Dorio are wrong and that they're not like villains in the story. But you know, the other Deathmark games have been pretty similar in terms of who the final villain was, I think. Actually, I don't remember. I don't even remember how like Deathmark 2 ended. Or not Deathmark 2, but NG. But anyways, actually pretty excited to play this game now. I mean, after we finish Kokuri, I'm more interested in the final like case and who the departed is and everything. The villain of the week type of thing is I'm kind of over it by now. They're still interesting to like learn about, and now that we're actually like working with the school and the students are actually around and able to tell us stuff, and it's not just like our old cameo friends, it's a bit better. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you guys on the next one, and I hope you guys are enjoying this. See you.